y'all, it's Erin from LizzieandErin.com. Tonight I've got another cute craft for you guys. Let's get started. I'm going to use some lamb's ears, some brown burlap, a blessed wooden plaque from Hobby Lobby, a piece of cardboard, and this surface right here I find them all the time at the thrift stores. That was sent to us from a friend of our page. We're going to use some Waverly antique glaze and some white acrylic paints. So let's get started. We are going to first take off that little sticker, and then we're going to take our sanding sponge from Dollar Tree, and we're just going to sand it off and get off any of the rough stuff that was on it. And then we will move on to the next step. Okay, so first we're going to start by staining our surface with our Waverly Antique Glaze. I am going to then cover it up with our white apple barrel acrylic paint, but I want the undercoat to be stained, and that it's going to show through that white paint that we put on top of this. So now before moving on to the next step, I'm going to make sure that my surface and the stain is nice and dry. So I'm using my heat gun from Harbor Freight to make sure it's dry. Okay, and now with the same brush, I'm just gonna dry brush on the white apple barrel acrylic paint, trying to cover up the stain, but not completely cover it. I'm still letting that stain peek through that white paint. So I'm not going for the full coverage look, I just want it dry brushed on there. So I'm just doing light strokes of the white apple barrel acrylic paint over top of the stain, making sure to get my sides and in that round crevice there. I also decided to paint my blessed word plaque from Hobby Lobby. I decided to paint that white also, so I'm going to go ahead and dab on the white paint and get that completely covered, and then we'll move on to the next step. Again, I'm making sure everything is completely dry, so I'm using my heat gun from Harbor Freight. Now I'm using my sanding sponge from Dollar Tree to just bring back some more of that stain that we covered up with the white. Now we're gonna layer this project with a bunch of texture. That's why I'm using this piece of cardboard, the burlap. I wanted a lot of texture for this. This piece of cardboard that I'm using here came from a picture frame that I got from a thrift store, and I just pulled the cardboard straight out of there. But guys, you can use regular cardboard. Just peel off that top layer, and this is what's underneath, in between the cardboard. Now I'm taking my brown burlap from Dollar Tree, and I'm just sizing it up, making sure it stays underneath that blessed sign. And then I'm gonna hot glue that in place on top of the cardboard. I think that brown burlap really makes that white on the blessed word plaque pop that much more. So I think it paired perfectly for this project. And then we'll hot glue our blessed plaque on top of all of that. Okay, so to top off this project, I'm going to use some floral pics that were sent to us from a friend on our page. So I'm not sure where they are from, but we're just going to bundle those together and then hot glue those. And of course, we're going to add a cute little raffia bow to top off the floral. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do to this project to call it finished is we are going to add some wood beads for a hanger for the top of our project. So I'm just going to string on an even amount of wooden beads. I get my wooden beads from Amazon. I'll include the link to the wooden beads that I get in the description of this video. So keep an eye out for that. So I decided that I wanted my wooden beads a little bit darker to tie into that brown burlap. So with the same paintbrush, I'm just adding a little bit of the Waverly Antique Glaze straight to my beads, just like that, making sure that they're fully covered. I just love how the color of these beads look with this project. So now I'm just going to tie a few knots, and we're going to attach our wood bead hanger to the top of our project to finish this guy off. So stinking cute, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this project as much as I did. I love how it turned out. It's so cute and so simple. Make sure you guys are following us at LizzieandAaron.com and Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest to see all the things. Thanks, y'all.